Welcome to Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd here with you with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Jared Robinette, our camera operator, for today's JV game between the Logan Wildcats and the Chapmanville Tigers. Again, we will be here for both games today as Chapmanville and Logan varsity going to do battle once again after about 5 days between games as they played on Friday night last week, with Logan coming away with a 56-48 win over Chapmanville in that contest. Since then, both teams picking up big wins, as Chapmanville able to defeat Winfield on Saturday night, beating Scott last night, and Logan's able to stay with just only one loss on the season coming in here as well, as this JV game between the two was a tight affair down in Chapmanville on Friday night. It was tied in the fourth quarter before Logan was able to pull away late in that contest for the victory. And now they'll meet up again here this afternoon. As you see, some of the crowd a little sparse right now, but going to start to fill up rather quickly as this afternoon moves on and into the early evening here on the island. As we're just now starting to get a look at some of the starters here on both sides, we'll run through some of those with you here as we get going here this afternoon. And some of the players you'll see in the junior varsity game will also be a part of the varsity game later on tonight. So you'll get a little bit of a feel for some of the athletes that'll be around throughout the day today. As for Logan, it'll be Clancy, Workman, Hatfield, Ilderton, and Moore in the starting lineup. For Chapmanville, it is Miller, Baisden, Hatfield, Butcher, as well as Thompson, as Chapmanville with the ball to get things started here this afternoon. Over on the left side, Baisden looking for an opening. He'll dribble back out. Now looking, finds Thompson at the top of the key. Thompson will dribble back left side, finds a little crease against Clancy. Nice pump fake, puts up the shot over the rim, no good, but offensive rebound controlled by Butcher. His fadeaway is good, and Chapmanville gets on the board first, 2-0. Tigers going to show a little full court pressure here, now man-to-man full court. Clancy had it poked away initially, almost a steal by Baisden. Now Baisden comes from behind and does knock it away. Ball loose, Clancy trying to fight for it, but ends up losing it as Thompson comes away with it for Chapmanville. He'll get it up ahead to Baisden. Now the ball knocked free and taken away by Logan the other way, as here comes Hatfield driving in right side against Thompson. Puts up the layup, rolls off, no good. And rebound taken away by the Tigers as Baisden will bring it up the left side. Bounce pass over to Butcher on the right side. He'll lay it up and in as he's got 4 quick points to get Chapmanville started here this afternoon. Across the timeline comes Ilderton with the ball. Picks up his dribble, almost had it poked away. Now he can reestablish his dribble in a timeout called by Coach Beto on the far side. That'll be a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay here with Chapmanville out to a quick 4-0 lead in this junior varsity contest. And again, later on tonight, we will have the varsity game between the Chapmanville Tigers varsity and the Logan Wildcats varsity. Logan coming in still at the top tier of Class AAA. Chapmanville climbing the ladder slowly but surely as they are in the top 10 at number 7. Perhaps trying to move up a few more spots before tournament play begins, and did a good job of doing that with those 2 wins over the weekend after they ended up losing that tight affair to Logan last Friday night. And again, that win last night for Chapmanville over Scott was a big one. That was a game at Scott. They turned the ball over 35 times in that game and lost by over 30 points in that contest, and able to come back and get the win at home. So that was a big turnaround for the Chapmanville Tigers varsity team last night. Clancy will get it over to Ilderton, now over right side. Workman will get it back out. Workman now gets it back. Logan looking for their first basket of the game here, nearly 2 minutes deep into the first quarter. Ilderton will give it back near side. He'll get the pass back. Chapmanville extending this defense. Now Ilderton finds a little crease and puts up a floater, and he'll connect for his first bucket of the game. 4-2 in favor of Chapmanville. Miller will work it up the right side, now into the center. He picks up his dribble, gives it over to Butcher. He'll dribble over to the left elbow, pull-up jumper, can't bank it in, and rebound will come down for Hatfield. Hatfield will get it up ahead for Workman. Thought about driving, instead cut off by Butcher. Now he'll give it back to Ilderton, who circles around, finds a little lane, goes in all the way, and he'll lay it up and in. So Ilderton with 4 points, Butcher with 4 points on the other end, and we're all square at 4 apiece with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Baisden will give it off left side for Hatfield. Gets into the paint, kicks it back to Hatfield. He'll go for 3 from the left side. Got halfway down and popped out. Rebound taken away by the Wildcats. Here they come into the front court. Clancy finds a nice lane on the left side, gets all the way to the basket, but can't finish the layup. Rebound knocked loose underneath, taken away by Chapmanville, and it gets it over to Butcher. Nice rebounding underneath and a nice takeaway by Baisden in order to control that ball as Butcher gets it back, drives in, kicks it into the corner. 3 on the way, and that good for Chapmanville as they now retake the lead. Miller makes it 7-4 in favor of the Tigers. So again, we're having a little difficulty with our score bot down on the floor. We're going to have that fixed here in just a moment. So I'll keep calling out the score for you as we move along. Again, I know it reads 4-2 on our screen, but it is 7-4 in favor of Chapmanville with 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. And now it is fixed, but Butch Mount's already on the way down there. So we'll allow Butch to get a little exercise in here before he gets back up here tonight. So I'm sure he'll be thrilled once he sees that it's fixed. But now the score and the time is correct on your screen with 4:41 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Miller, after knocking down that corner 3 a moment ago, will dribble over the left side, kicks it over. As Baisden gets it back out front. Hatfield gives it over. Now Miller will launch another 3 from the left side. That was online, but just a little short. Rebound knocked away in the corner, and they're going to say last touch by Clancy out of bounds. So that'll stay with Chapmanville with 4:25 to go here in the first quarter. Baisden looking to inbound, gets it into Thompson. Little jumper from the baseline, won't fall, and rebound taken away by Maynard, who's checked into the game. Now here comes Logan pushing the other way as Workman gets into the paint, goes up strong, counted, and the foul for Workman. He gets his first bucket of the game and a chance for Logan to even things up now at 7 apiece with a free throw. Workman's free throw gets it to bounce in off the front iron and through. So we're all even now at 7 apiece as we approach the midway point of the first quarter. Miller gets it into the corner. He gets it back to Butcher, now hands it off as looking to drive and cut off. Kicking it back out for Miller on the left wing, now over left corner for Baisden. Back up top for Butcher. Trying to go to work here as he drives in on the left side. Tough angle shot as Maynard had a good job that time at cutting him off. Ball loose on the floor. Chapmanville able to control it. Gets it back over to Thompson. Jump step into the lane. Gets it over to Butcher, and he's rejected by Maynard and out of bounds. Great defense by Maynard that time to prevent what was going to be a wide open layup for the Tigers had he not gotten there in time. Now Baisden will trigger it in, gets it to Thompson. He'll circle back out towards the top of the key. Now gets it back into the corner. 3 on the way. No good, too strong that time by Baisden, but rebounded by Miller. Little 8-footer in the lane, and he'll be able to connect as Miller now with 5 points. And Chapmanville back out in front at 9-7. Workman across midcourt. Dribbles out towards center circle. Now gives it back out to Clancy. Clancy hadn't played in 2 years prior to coming out this year, and he's been a big help off the bench for the Logan Wildcats on the varsity side. And there's a nice drive by him over on the left side. Got to the basket, couldn't finish, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 3:11 to go now in the first quarter. Again, Clancy had 17 in a varsity game just about a week and a half ago as his first free throw up and good as he was able to post that over at Wayne High School as Logan was able to blow out the Pioneers in that contest, scoring over 100 points. Second free throw good as well for Clancy, and we're back to all even at 9 apiece. Baisden will cross the timeline with it out at the top of the key. Gets a screen up top. He'll go for 3. No good. There's Butcher, though, flying in for the rebound. Maynard knocked it away. Chapmanville able to control, though, as they get it back underneath. Shot by Hatfield, can't bank it in, and rebound taken away by Ilderton. Ilderton going up against Miller in the backcourt, able to get by, drives all the way in, and now he's rejected by Butcher. So back-to-back good defensive plays on both ends by Chapmanville and Logan. As Miller at the top of the key will dribble over left side, kicks it back up top for Thompson, trying to spin in, stops, gets it over in the left corner. Now back to Butcher, cross court for Miller. He'll launch a 3 from that wing, and this one good as well. So Miller hot here in the first quarter with 8 points and 2 threes, and now he comes up with a steal as Baisden gets it underneath. He'll be fouled by Clancy, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Miller, great job that time. Didn't totally release after he made the 3-pointer, came back and was able to knock the ball loose and come up with a steal. And now another opportunity here for Chapmanville to score. It's Baisden trying to get his first bucket of the afternoon. His first free throw up and rattles out no good. So thus far, just Miller and Butcher into the scorebook for the Tigers, as Tucker Atkins will check into the game for Chapmanville, along with Trey Atkins, as both Atkins onto the floor right now for Chapmanville. Second free throw off the mark as well, no good for Baisden, and rebounded by Maynard. Miller trying to pressure in the backcourt on Ilderton. Now Tucker Atkins comes up to try and trap. Dangerous cross-court pass, but able to find Workman. Workman dribbles towards the center, inside the free throw line, kicks it out. Ilderton straight on three, no good. Rebounded by Maynard, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds, and that's what the official says. So they'll give it back over to Chapmanville, leading at 12-9, under 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Miller will now bring it up against Ilderton, both of them pressuring each other full court at the moment. Miller almost lost it off his knee that time, able to get it back. Gives it off to Butcher, puts up a floater, and another block by Maynard. He's come up with several already here in the first quarter. Clancy will get it at the top of the key. Logan trying to cut into this three-point deficit. Clancy looks inside on a give and go, and Maynard had it knocked away from him. He thought he was fouled on the play, but Butcher comes away with it. Gets it up ahead. Miller goes up on the left side. Tough layup attempt, no good. Rebound taken away by Logan, as Workman made that a very difficult attempt that time, and able to draw the miss as Clancy had it poked away from behind and out of bounds. It'll stay with Logan with 1:18 left in the opening quarter. Now they'll inbound from the near side of the court instead of underneath the basket, as Clancy will get it in from right around where we'll see the Logan High School cheering section later on tonight. Workman stutter step move inside, counted, and the foul. Workman with a chance for another three-point play. Had one earlier this quarter, trying to get a second, as the foul will go against Atkins that time. Workman now leading Logan in scoring. It's 5 points this quarter for him. As this free throw will be short, rebound taken away by Chapmanville. Baisden will bring it up the floor against Workman as we close in on a minute to go in the first quarter, and now we're going to get a whistle and a foul here. Now we'll go against Workman. As Baisden went to the ground that time, looked like maybe he got a little bit of a forearm to help him get there. He looks to get it in here. Miller being shadowed by Ilderton, but finally able to receive the ball. Gets it back to Baisden. Baisden will drive in, kicks it into the corner. Butcher able to make a tough grab. Gets it back out to Miller. Now over left side, three on the way. Baisden gets a good look, no good off the back iron, and Clancy secures the rebound for Logan as they look to retake the lead on this trip. Chapmanville's led throughout most of the first quarter here, albeit a tight affair throughout. Pass inside off the leg of Ilderton, taken away by Miller. He pushes up the right side, gives it off to Butcher. Goes up, misses, gets his own rebound back, can't convert. Rebound knocked loose, Tucker Atkins with it. They'll get it back over. Miller, he'll launch a high arching three, no good off the back iron, and now we'll get a whistle. And it looks like it hit the top of the basket support, so that'll give it over to Logan with 26.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Substitution for Chapmanville. Doesn't appear, yes we do, it's Williams into the game now for Chapmanville, as they'll go full court pressure to try and get the ball out of Logan's hands, not let him hold for one easily. Clancy double teamed in the backcourt, able to break it across the right side, finds Maynard with 17 seconds. Now they look inside, good look underneath, and a layup will fall. Four more who's checked into the game. Logan leads it now 13-12, under 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Miller over right side, gets into the paint, tried to find a man loose, couldn't do it. Clancy grabs it, and he'll be fouled deep in the backcourt. Nearly threw it in from beyond half court with 1.2 seconds to go. As that foul against Chapmanville will be credited to Vance. That'll be his first. That's 4 team fouls against Chapmanville, 2 against Logan thus far. As Ilderton, 1.2 seconds left. Gets it in. A heave here at the horn from beyond half court. Off the backboard, no good that time for Hatfield. And that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of play as Logan's JV leads Chapmanville's JV 13-12. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're watching Logan and Chapmanville JV basketball with us right here on Video Productions.
go places, the all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
13-12, Logan leads Chapmanville as we start quarter number 2 here from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts, our engineer, with Jared Robinette, our camera operator for this junior varsity contest. Again, we have the JV game right now. We'll have the varsity game coming up at 7:30 p.m. tonight between Logan and Chapmanville as we start to see people filtering in a little here and there. And here in about an hour, this place will probably be rocking and ready to go for the rematch between those two clubs after that tight game on Friday night, with Logan escaping 56-48 in a game that was a one-point game with about 2.5 minutes to go, and then Logan able to start hitting free throws, getting a big three from Jackson Tackett, able to extend that lead and hold off the Chapmanville Tigers' upset bid. Again, we mentioned this JV game was tied at Chapmanville as well. It was tied in the fourth quarter before Logan was able to pull away, and now there's a steal. Tucker Atkins got his hands in on it. Drew Berry into the game. Again, we'll see him in the varsity game as they get it over far side. Now back to Berry on the right wing. Berry pump fakes, gets it back up top. They'll swing it around over left side for Tucker Atkins. Now back into the hands of Butcher. Got a crease, drives all the way in, and Butcher will lay it in as he's got 6 points now. Chapmanville regains the lead at 14-13. Quickly up ahead comes Ilderton, drives in, nice dish over right side, and good layup that time by Moore as he was ready for the pass that time, able to get by Berry to the basket. 15-14, Logan leads at early stages of the second quarter. Butcher dribbles over just beyond the left elbow, online but a little too strong, and rebound taken away by Ilderton. So he'll push it up the center of the floor, gets it over far side. It's Workman. Brings it back up top. Berry guarding him. Over to Hatfield now on the left wing. Tries to drive baseline, gets into the paint, and he'll be fouled on the way in as Drew Berry looked to be the culprit that time. And that will be who the foul will be against for Chapmanville. Free throws upcoming here for Hatfield. His first attempt up and good. Logan now 4 of 5 from the free throw line here in the first half. Chapmanville 0 of 2 in their only attempts. Second free throw also up and good for Hatfield. Logan now leads at 17-14. 6:20 to go before halftime. It's Baisden over to his right, up top for Berry. Now over left wing. It's Butcher. Penetrates in, gets the left block, and he'll draw the foul that time as Moore going to be called for a reach-in. You can see the Logan coaching bench just trying to signal, keep your hands up in that situation. Again, Butcher was able to force his way in on Moore, and Moore brought his hands down trying to get the strip on the ball. Butcher with a chance with his first 2 free throws of the evening, and he connects on the first. Tucker Atkins will check out of the game. Checking back in for Chapmanville will be Hatfield. The second free throw too strong by Butcher. Rebound taken away by Logan. Here comes Workman bullying his way up the floor on the right side. Gets it back up top for Ilderton. Ilderton almost had it slapped away by Butcher, but he'll retreat now towards midcourt with under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Back over near side for Workman. Gets a screen. Giving it over near side this time for Blankenship. Blankenship, another one that gets some playing time in varsity. Tries to drive all the way in. We're going to get a whistle and a hold here on Chapmanville. 5:47 left here in the first half as they're going to get this foul on Williams, it appears, and that'll be his first. And now Blankenship will go to the line. He had 10 points in a game not too long ago for Logan and misses on the first attempt. Now Blankenship will get another chance here, trying to increase this lead to 3 for Logan, and this one up and good for Blankenship. So Basin will bring it across the timeline over towards the left side, penetrates in, looked like almost a walk or a push that time, but now here's Barry, tries to get inside, and they will call him for a walk. Looked like he lost his footing on his left side that time, trying to pivot. Now Maynard will check back into the game in favor of Moore. Is Chapmanville going to go full court pressure here? Elderton will inbound. Again, really the main ball handler right now along with Blankenship, and they'll give it to Blankenship. Gets up the right side. Dangerous pass. Goes through the hands of his man. Let's see who it was last touched by. They're going to say last touch by Chapmanville on that deflection. So it'll stay here with Logan with 5:28 to go in the first half. As you see some of the Chapmanville starters over on the far side of the bench sitting and watching right now. A few of the Logan starters in the crowd as well watching. Elderton with it, able to cross over his man, gets in on the left side but can't finish the layup. Barry nicely tips the rebound to himself, past the defender. Barry gets it up the right side, waits, now he'll take a 3, no good, and that really is his specialty. He can get hot and get hot in a hurry. But Barry unable to convert that time as Hatfield drives all the way in, trying to go coast to coast but couldn't finish. Rebound taken away by Barry, but now stolen back by Maynard. His shot won't fall as it rimmed off 3 or 4 times, and then Maynard's going to be called for a foul after the miss. So again, good hustle by Maynard, able to get the ball back that time, but unable to get that ball to fall after it hung on the rim about 4 or 5 times. Chapmanville now with possession, a low-scoring second quarter. Chapmanville only with 3 points thus far. Tough drive that time by Baisden, couldn't find the angle, and he'll miss, and Baisden able to come from behind, poke that ball free against Hatfield, but out of bounds off of Chapmanville. Elderton will get it in up ahead for Workman. Trapped, gets it over for Elderton, who tries to cut in. Now he'll circle back out to give it to Blankenship. Blankenship will drive left side, kicks it back out for Elderton. Pause, gives it back over. Blankenship for 3, and he'll connect from the left wing. Cole Blankenship now with 4 points. As Logan has outpointed Chapmanville 8-3 thus far here in the second quarter to build a 6-point lead. Barry backing up, thought about a 3, instead gives it to Butcher on the left side. Butcher will give it back over for Baisden, now to the top of the key for Barry. Barry still looking for his first points here tonight. Has a shot blocked from behind, but it's a foul instead as Hatfield might have got him clean. I think they may call a block instead here against Logan, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So the block was clean, but they say Workman got a piece of his hand on the drive in. And that'll send Barry to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws here. As we said, Barry's a player, gets playing time in varsity action as well. You can kind of tell by the size of Barry compared to a lot of the other players on the floor right now. And he's able to connect on the first. He led Chapmanville in scoring in one game whenever they went to Tennessee over the Christmas holiday break. It was, I believe, against Gallatin, Tennessee that he was able to put up a big game. Had 16, 17 points in that contest, missing on the second free throw. Rebound taken away by Logan. So 21-16, Wildcats lead it here in this junior varsity game. Again, the varsity game coming your way at 7:30 p.m. tonight here from Willie Acres Arena. We'll have that game for you here on Video Productions as Blankenship gets it in the corner. 3 is good again. So Cole Blankenship back-to-back threes. He's got 7 points, all of them this quarter. 24-16, Logan leads it. Butcher on the left wing. He'll take a 3, no good off the side of the rim, and a rebound taken by Elderton. Logan trying to build this lead right now. They led by 1 at the end of the first, looking to make it double digits now at 3:17 to go in the second quarter. Ilderton gets it over for Blankenship, who's had the hot hand here in the second. They get it to Maynard now. Looking inside, able to find Ilderton on the left side. Couldn't find an opening, instead kicks it back out. Now he'll get it back. Ilderton into the center, puts up a little right-handed floater off the rim, no good, and rebound taken by Baisden. Baisden will dribble in on the left side. He's cut off by Ilderton. He wanted to travel. Now they give it back to Butcher. Pass goes through the hands and out of bounds that time off of Hatfield. That'll get Thompson off the bench. He'll check back into the game. That'll send Topping back to the bench, who checked in momentarily. Blankenship dribbling toward a double team right now, able to accept it, gives it back over to Ilderton, looking for help, able to get out of it, and now we're going to get a push here against Chapmanville, and that will put Logan in the bonus now at 1-1. 5 team fouls against Logan, so they still have one more they can commit. This will be the first trip to the free throw line tonight for Ilderton. He's got 4 points so far. The front end of the 1-on-1 cleanly through for him. Logan now 7 of 9 from the free throw line here in the first half. Second free throw up for Ilderton. This one good as well. Logan has now outscored Chapmanville by 9 here in the second quarter. They lead at 26-16. Butcher able to corral the loose ball, gets it back to Berry. He's being guarded by Blankenship out near midcourt. Now over to Baisden. Baisden able to circle in, gets it over far side, looking back out. Able to find Baisden as he'll dribble into the center once again. Finds Thompson on the right wing. Thompson now back over to Baisden, trying to get a pick and roll going to the basket. Tough pass that time, almost intercepted by Blankenship. So they'll get it back over to Berry. He'll take a 3 from the left wing, misses out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Logan. So it'll stay here with Chapmanville, but right now Chapmanville struggling to try and get their offense going. They can't really get anything going towards the rim, and Logan forcing them to settle for some tough outside shots here in the second quarter, which is all added up to just 1 field goal for Chapmanville and only 4 points. Thompson will give it back out. Baisden trying to go to work here with 1:50 to go in the half. Thompson looking down low, find a little opening here for Butcher, but his shot rejected by Hatfield. Chapmanville still able to control. They get it back out to Baisden. Baisden gives it over. Now he'll get it back on the left baseline, puts up a little right-handed floater, and nice touch that time by Baisden as he gets his first basket of the game. 26-18 in favor of Logan. 1:25 to go in the first half. As it gets it up ahead, pass tipped away and stolen. Now here comes Chapmanville, a 4-on-1 opportunity. Berry fakes the pass, goes up with a shot. What a shot by Berry that time as he's able to get the banker to fall. And that'll draw a timeout here by Coach Beto with 1:15 to go here in the first half, as that'll be a 30-second timeout. As Chapmanville crawling back here a little bit at the end of the second quarter, as Logan has controlled pretty much all of this period. A couple of back-to-back buckets here, and if Chapmanville can get into the half with this at 6 points or lower, you'd have to figure that's a win right now for Coach Watts and his club. After they had the lead throughout most of the first quarter, Logan was finally able to come on and carried that momentum into the second quarter. And now Chapmanville just trying to seize a little bit of that back, and that can be a little bit disheartening if Chapmanville were to get this closer than 6 before halftime if you're Logan, because you played so well in this period and then have it slip away in the final 2 minutes of the quarter. So this is where, if you're Chapmanville, you really want to try and apply the pressure and see if you can come up with another basket or two here before the end of the period to really try and deflate the Wildcats going into the half. As Moore will get it in. Tough grab by Blankenship, able to make it in front of Thompson. Now he'll get by him across the timeline. Ball squirts free as it goes off the foot of a player. Now Thompson chases it down. Ilderton tries to come back, able to cause the miss, but Baisden was right there to clean up the mess, and he's able to lay it in. 26-22 now in favor of Logan. And almost an over and back, and it is an over and back. Again, Blankenship tried to get it to McCormick, Ilderton, but Ilderton was not across the timeline. Tried to get there, but it was too little too late. And now Chapmanville wants to talk about things here with 53.7 seconds left in the half. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. You're watching Logan and Chapmanville JV basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
26-22, Logan leads it. 53.7 seconds left to go here in the first half. Chris Kidd with you. Butch Mounts, our engineer, with Jared Robinette, our camera operator for this junior varsity contest. As Chapmanville has scored the last 6 points to bring this back to a 4-point game, trying to get this to one possession on this trip after Logan had dominated most of the first or second quarter. Thompson throws it into no man's land. Nobody home for Chapmanville, and that'll go out of bounds. Over to Logan with 33.5 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So it'll be Ilderton to get it in, as a few fans trying to find their seats along the near side. As I said, you're starting to see the crowd start to filter in more and more here as we get past the 6 o'clock hour. Again, the varsity game starting at 7:30 here this evening, and there's going to be tough sledding to find any seats to be had whenever it comes down to these two clubs. As Ilderton gets it over far side for Hatfield. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Laser pass inside. Ilderton, great stop by him. Able to come up with it. Gets it back to Blankenship. He'll take a tough three from the corner. No good. Flying in is Hatfield to try and get the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds. And that'll give it back to Chapmanville with 1.3 seconds left here in the first half. All they'll have is a heave here more than likely. Thompson will throw it into Baisden. He'll heave from three-quarter court, and that'll be short. And that'll do it for the first 16 minutes of action here from Willie Acres Arena, as the Logan Wildcats leading the Chapmanville Tigers 26-22 here in this JV game. Well, we'll step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll break down some of the first half stats for you here from Willie Acres Arena as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville Junior Varsity basketball action right here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
He was 101 when MVP. And I put
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
Tell them Hug sent you.
that's right, Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Chris Kidd here with you with Butch Mounts, our engineer, with Jared Robinette, our camera operator, for tonight's action as we are here for the junior varsity game between Logan and Chapmanville. And so far, just like we saw down in Chapmanville earlier last week, we have another tight affair on our hands. Again, it was tied going into the fourth quarter, as we mentioned in the broadcast, before Logan pulled away. Here today, Chapmanville got out to a quick start, but then Logan able to come back, take the lead at the end of the first quarter, and then build it up into double digits at 10 points before Chapmanville able to score the last 6 points of the first half in order to cut this to a 4-point deficit. Right now down on the floor, you see some of the Logan players warming up a little bit. Jackson Tackett, Aiden Slack, Scotty Browning, and I believe Garrett Williamson out there as well, as they are looking to try and sweep the season series from the Chapmanville Tigers after that close affair down in Chapmanville on Friday night, as it was a huge defensive struggle for both teams, with Chapmanville throwing a couple of haymakers in the first half before Logan was able to get their bearings back and showing why they've been ranked number 1 and number 2 in AAA all season long, as they were able to gut out a tight win in a hostile environment. And now they're back on their home soil where they've been undefeated so far this year. Their only loss coming in is Poca, number 1 in AA, over at Poca's place, and trying to knock off the Tigers again here tonight. But again, Chapmanville's been playing some of their best basketball of the season throughout the last couple of weeks. After almost knocking off Logan the other night, they come back and they beat a very good Winfield club in AAA. Then they beat another really good team in AAA, the Scott Skyhawks, last night. on an almost buzzer beater by Devin Workman, a three-pointer in the corner with the game tied at 63. And again, that came after they had lost by 30-plus over in Scott earlier this season. So we're looking forward to a very hotly contested varsity game, very competitive varsity game later on this evening here on Video Productions. Well, let's take a look at the first half scoring on both sides here for Chapmanville and Logan in the junior varsity game. As thus far for Chapmanville, Miller is leading the way with 8 points. And then you have Butcher with 7 points, Baisden with 4 points, and Berry with 3 points. On the other end for Logan, they're being led by Blankenship with 7 points, Ilderton with 6 points, Workman with 5 points, Moore with 4 points, Clancy with 2 points to round out the scoring for Logan, as Logan was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Chapmanville 2 of 6, with Logan hitting 2 3-pointers and Chapmanville hitting 2 3-pointers as well. Well, we're going to step aside for a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the start of quarter number 3 here from Willie Acres Arena, as you're listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville junior varsity basketball action right here on Video Productions.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital, compassionate personal quality care that's close to home, with caring skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Getting ready for the start of quarter number 3 here from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd with you, with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Jared Robinette, our camera operator, for this junior varsity matchup between the Tigers and the Wildcats. And again, Bill Lusk will be joining us for the varsity game later on here this evening, as Logan and Chapmanville ready to face off for the second time this season in the high school ranks. And again, if you've been with us since the start, if the camera has been panning up any at all, again, you start to see some of the Chapmanville faithful getting into the upper bowl here in Willie Acres Arena. A lot of the students starting to show up for the Logan Wildcats as well, as we are about an hour and 15 minutes away from tip-off of that contest. Make sure you stay with us here on Video Productions throughout the evening for what should be another great chapter in this cross-county rivalry between these two schools, who are just less than about 10 miles apart from each other. So if you're unfamiliar with this rivalry and you're just kind of tuning in for the first time, again, it's about as hotly contested as can get. Again, both these teams and kids know each other very well. A lot of people in the communities on both sides know each other very well. Myself, I actually graduated from Logan High School, played sports at Logan High School, and teach and coach now down at Chapmanville High School. So, you know, you get a lot of that intermingling amongst the schools. And thankfully, for the most part, it's been a really good-natured rivalry the last several years, as three-pointer by Baisden rattles out to start the second half. Rebounded by Hatfield as Logan with the ball getting it over towards the near side, trying to bring it back out front, and able to do so is Browning, who's checked in. Derek Browning, another one, number 2 for Logan, who gets in some during varsity action. And Browning tries to penetrate in, almost lost the ball, took a wild trip inside, and he's finally going to be called for a travel. Again, you're waiting on some sort of whistle there, either a turnover or either a foul, and it finally ended in a turnover. You could tell that Browning was ready to go to work that time, getting in off the bench for the first time. And again, in JV basketball, you don't want to burn too many quarters off of some of your would-be players in varsity. Again, you only get 4 quarters a night if you're unfamiliar with it. So, you know, Drew Berry playing 1 quarter for Chapmanville means he's eligible to play just 3 quarters in the varsity game later on. So I would imagine that'll be it for him. And the off chance they need him for extended periods of play tonight. Same with Julius Clancy for Logan playing 1 quarter, and I'd say that's it for him. I actually see his jersey off over on the bench right now as Miller. He'll step back for 3 from the left side. Couldn't get the friendly roll, and it hit the top of the basket support as well. So that'll give it back over to Logan with 6:54 remaining here in the first half, or third quarter rather. Again, sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet that time. Now Chapmanville will go full court pressure as Hatfield able to get by Butcher, gets by Miller as well, and able to get it across the timeline nicely. So he'll give it off for Workman, now back up top for Elderton. So he'll give it over left side for Workman, trying to penetrate in, gets into the lane, man falls down, and we're going to get a charge called here on Workman. He didn't like the call, and that's going to be his 3rd now with 6:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Still no scoring here in the 3rd period as of yet. Logan's been on a sustained drought ever since going up 26-16 in the 2nd quarter. It's Miller, who had a hot 1st quarter, gets it to Butcher. Butcher, nice grab, able to take it in with the right hand, and he gets the friendly roll again. Nice soft touch by Butcher. He's now got 9 points, and Chapmanville cuts it to 2. And in the backcourt, we're going to get a hold here against Thompson. That'll be his 1st. Now a dangerous pass up ahead, but Maynard able to come up with it. Now he'll drive in on the left side, had it knocked away by Butcher out of bounds, so it'll stay with Logan. As Hatfield did a good job guarding Maynard as he came all the way in, occupying enough time for Butcher to catch up and almost create the turnover. Browning will inbound from underneath his own basket. Gets it into Maynard in the left corner. Maynard gets it back to Browning. He'll take a 3 from the left corner, on line but too strong, and Thompson tears the rebound away. A chance for Chapmanville to tie or retake the lead on this trip, but Thompson runs over top of Elderton that time, and an easy call for the official, as that'll be number 2 on Thompson. That's one of those plays you want to see your players be aggressive on those, but that's where you want to learn how to stop and try and hit that little 6-foot banker if you can as a player. That time, though, able to get all the way in was Browning, or Workman rather, as he got underneath the basket, couldn't quite find the backboard and misses off the back iron. So Thompson now, he'll go for the lead from the near side, no good for 3, and rebound comes into the far corner, taken by Derek Browning. As Butcher knocked it free, trying to go for it. He's able to come up with it, tried to throw it back, but only Elderton was there for Logan. So Elderton now into the front court, drives in right side, takes it in strong, but can't finish. Rebound taken away by Baisden. So still a 2-point lead for Logan here in this junior varsity game. Over to Miller, 3 from the left corner, over the rim, no good, but falls into Butcher's hands. He'll kick it back up top. Baisden drives in left side, now to Thompson in the left corner. Now they give it off to Hatfield, drives in on Maynard, and there's another rejection by Maynard. He's had 3 or 4 rejections tonight right around the rim. So he's having a big game here tonight for the Wildcats. Will inbound underneath the Hatfield. Will he try Maynard again? Up fake that time, and looks like he was able to draw the foul on Maynard at least. So that was a nice fake that time by Hatfield, able to get Maynard in the air. Knowing how aggressive he's been on the defensive side of the ball thus far. Baisden able to get it into Butcher. Now they get it back up top. 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Baisden back over left wing, now into the corner for Miller. Spins baseline, able to get inside. He's rejected, though, by Hatfield out of bounds. Boy, we've seen some great defensive plays here tonight and some big blocks right around the rim on both sides. Baisden, tough pass inside, able to find his man, however. Layup attempt off the mark, no good for Hatfield. Rebound taken by Workman, and he spilled to the ground as he tried to split a couple of defenders that time. So 4:45 remaining here in the third quarter. That'll be the third team foul against Chapmanville, 2 against Logan. Is that foul going to be against Miller? That'll be number 2 on him. Now Hatfield gets a nice lane to the basket, and Butcher had to reach in that time to prevent the layup. Let's see if they call this on the floor or a shooting foul. And it looks like they're going to say on the floor. So that'll be the first foul against Butcher. Now team foul number 4 against Chapmanville. Get it up top. Ilderton with it, swings it over left side. Browning gets a good look from 3, and he's able to bury it. The first points of the third quarter for Logan come with 4:28 to go in the period, and they retake now a 5-point lead. Now here's Baisden looking to answer right back for 3, and he's able to do it. So we went dormant for several minutes here, and then just that quickly back-to-back threes for both sides. Almost midway through the third quarter, Thompson able to get his hands on it, able to poke it away. Now a chance here for Chapmanville. Underneath, Baisden puts up a short shot, no good. Rebound taken away. Good job by Workman, able to get back and force the miss that time on what looked like an easy breakaway for Chapmanville. Now a nice stutter step, driving in, counted, and the foul. Workman. What a play on both ends by him. Able to get the stop to prevent Chapmanville from tying the game, and now on the other end, a chance for another and one. Again, he had 2 opportunities thus far tonight. This will be his third. He converted on the first, missed on the second attempt. And this one rolls off no good, but the rebound tipped into the corner, controlled by Ilderton. As Logan will get another opportunity here. So this could be a 4 or 5 point trip potentially for Logan. Browning, 3 from in front of the Logan bench, rattles in and out, no good, and Thompson with the rebound. So Chapmanville dodges a couple of bullets that time. Baisden gives it back to Thompson. Thompson will dribble in, ball shoots out of his hands, and they're going to say last touch by Thompson. 3:28 left here in the third quarter. Another tight affair here between these two in the JV game. Maynard will bring it across midcourt, finds Ilderton. So he'll give it off now to Workman. Workman will dribble back out top, and now we're going to get a whistle and a hold here on Chapmanville, as that'll go against Hatfield. And that'll be his first. Actually, they're going to say that's number 2 now on Hatfield. It's now team foul number 6 against Chapmanville, so Logan's going to be in the penalty the rest of the ball game as they get it into Workman. A little short jumper, no good, but Workman able to knock it free, gets it back, kicks it back out to Maynard. He'll take a straight on 3, count it for Maynard. He's had a big game here tonight, and now he gets it on the offensive end as well. He's had 4 or 5 blocks thus far, and that's his first basket of the game. Now a 7-point lead for Logan. Butcher, tough jumper from the left side, no good, and there's Maynard again on the box out. Gets it up ahead to Workman. Logan a chance to extend this lead now, create some breathing room. Workman will step into a 3, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Chapmanville. Down to 2:33 now here in the third quarter as Atkins will check back into the game for Chapmanville. Browning will trigger it into Hatfield in the left corner. He'll drive in baseline, and he takes a spill to the ground, and that'll put him at the free throw line to shoot 2, and Logan now will be in the bonus the rest of the ball game. That foul's going to be on Talon Thompson. That'll be number 3 on him. First free throw off the mark, no good for Hatfield. Was 2 of 2 from the line, both of those coming in the second quarter. Now Tucker Adkins, 5'9" junior, checking back into the game for Chapmanville. Second free throw good. Hatfield now 3 of 4 from the line, 3 points overall. So much like in the second quarter, danger time here for Chapmanville. They got down by about 10 at this stage of the second quarter before they reeled off the last 6 points. And the Tigers find a little spurt at the end of this quarter, much like they did the second. Baisden over left side, dumps it down low to Adkins, and could be a tie-up, and looks like it is, and that's going to give it over to Logan. Good defensive play by Elderton that time. Able to get his hands in, not foul, and create the tie-ups, and now Logan, chance to take a double-digit lead, and they've got Hatfield up ahead. He gets by Butcher in a foot race now. Hatfield able to lay it in, as he has now pushed this lead to 10 at 37-27. Miller now at the top of the key, gets it over to Tucker Adkins. Now to Butcher on the right side, dribbles towards the middle, now gives it off for Baisden. Long three from the left side, off the front iron, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Logan. As Moore will check back into the game for Logan, and Workman will go to the bench here. He'll inbound it to Adkins underneath, turns around in the paint. Nice little two-hand set shot there from 4 feet, and Adkins able to get his first 2 points of the game. 37-29, Chapmanville trailing Logan. Maynard, nice screen in the backcourt. Elderton gets it over far side. Tough fadeaway jumper, but count it for Hatfield. Boy, he's gotten hot here in the last couple of moments. So he's got 5 quick points, 7 overall now in the game. Baisden able to penetrate on the left side as there's an opening, and Baisden able to find it, and just like that, he's got 5 quick points as he's got 9 overall this ball game. Elderton crosses midcourt, gets into the paint, puts up a little floater, no good. Tucker Atkins gets the rebound for Chapmanville. Over to Baisden, closing in on a minute to go here in the third quarter. Baisden cross court, too tall for Butcher and out of bounds as assistant coach Fuji Williams there in order to make the grab. No one coming to inbound the ball for Logan, and finally they get someone over there as Hatfield. So he'll throw it in deep for Maynard, and Maynard's shown himself to be capable of getting the ball up the floor so far tonight. Had it knocked away that time and out of bounds, but it'll stay with Logan. Hatfield will trigger it in front of the Logan cheering section that's starting to fill up now. Elderton will bring it up against Miller. Now at the top of the key for Browning. Tucker Atkins trying to come up with a steal, almost does. Browning on the floor with it, and now we're going to get a whistle and see if they gave Logan a timeout. It looks like they did with 45.1 seconds left. Coach Beto not happy as Browning was exposing that ball for a couple of seconds there, and Tucker Atkins was able to reach in and knock it away. Well, now they've switched to a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're watching JV basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
(39-31), Logan leads it here in the final stages of the third quarter. Chris Kidd with you. Butch Mounts, our engineer. Jared Robinette, our camera operator for this junior varsity game. And again, we've got the high school game coming up at 7:30 p.m. tonight, so stay with us here on Video Productions. Zilderton able to split. A couple of defenders circle around. Logan going to try and hold for the last shot here. As Chapmanville has the possession arrow, they'll get it to start quarter number 4 unless we get a tie up before then. So Browning towards midcourt with 15 seconds. Now to Ilderton. They're just kind of running a little mini weave at the top of the key right now. Now a double team. Ilderton in trouble here, able to get out of it. Finds Hatfield with 7 seconds. Hatfield will drive baseline underneath the Maynard. Pump fakes, goes up, and he'll be fouled with 3.5 seconds to go. And Logan has just piled up the fouls on Chapmanville here in the third quarter just by attacking the basket. And Chapmanville finding themselves in foul trouble, and now going to see Logan convened to take a parade to the free throw line for much of the rest of this ball game. As Maynard's first free throw off the back iron, no good. Only 3.5 seconds left here, so if there's a miss here and Chapmanville gets it, they're going to have to be in a hurry to try and get a decent shot off. Second free throw by Maynard, this one good. Now Chapmanville will get a heave here perhaps at the end of the quarter. Up ahead to Baisden, tried to make a tough catch but couldn't come up with it. And that'll do it for the third quarter of action. Well, Logan extends their lead back out to 9 as we head to the final period of play. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're watching Logan and Chapmanville JV basketball with us right here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can pay a little less and enjoy the ride a little more. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd with you, with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Jared Robinette, our camera operator, for tonight's ball game. Again, this is the junior varsity contest with the varsity game still to go later on tonight, as we are less than an hour away now from the tip-off of that contest. And Logan leading Chapmanville 40-31, and a turnover to start quarter number 4 for Chapmanville. Do see a lot of the players that might play varsity are now well out of the game at this juncture of it, and trying to preserve as many quarters as necessary in case need be in the varsity game later on. So we saw Drew Berry, saw Clancy, saw several others that get some playing time in varsity. Now here comes Workman. He's had a big game, gets it over to Hatfield, who's had a big third quarter, but comes up short on that 3. Rebounded, though, by Blankenship. Nice wraparound pass to Ilderton. Good look for 3 from the right wing, and Ilderton will knock it down. He's got 9 points now for the game, and Logan with his largest lead of the contest at 43-31. Baisden over for Miller. And Miller had 8 points in the first quarter, but Logan has made him quiet here in the second half. Now Atkins' pass intercepted by Hatfield. Trying to get up ahead, and now he's going to be raked to the ground there. And Hatfield will go to the line. 19 fouls against Chapmanville, 2 against Logan here in the second half, and this will be the final 1-and-1 that Logan will shoot. They'll be in the 2-shot penalty the remaining of the fourth quarter. Hatfield has 7 points on the evening, 5 of those coming in the third quarter, 3 of 4 at the line tonight, and he sinks the first. As Tucker Atkins will check out of the game for Chapmanville. Checking in will be Williams. And Hatfield able to sink both free throws calmly. 45-31, Logan leads it, 6:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Baisden gets it over for Williams, back out for Baisden. Now ball falls out of Baisden's hands as it looked like he got caught in between pass and hanging on to the ball, and then Baisden just commits a silly foul in the backcourt that time. He just wrapped up and grabbed Ilderton. And Coach Watts trying to figure it out himself over on the sideline. I don't know if that was just frustration or if it was just kind of losing track of the situation. That'll be the third foul on Baisden as free throw off the mark for Ilderton that time. Was 2 of 2 from the line, trying to get into double figures with the second free throw. This one off the mark as well as Thompson able to grab the rebound for Chapmanville. He gets it over left side for Williams, back out to Thompson. Wide open on the near side is Miller. They get it to him, but what a save he made to get it over to Baisden. Now back to Williams, back up top, Baisden. He's got 2 men ready to converge on him. They get it to Miller. He will put up this 3, no good. Chasing it down is Thompson, but they say his foot was out of bounds. He made a great behind-the-back save that time. But it'll be Logan ball, leading at 45-31 with 6:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. They go home run pass up ahead. Grabbed by Workman. Thompson giving chase, but he's not going to get there in time, and lay up for Workman. He's got 9 points now for the game as Logan starting to pull away here early in the fourth. Almost another steal that time as Blankenship came flying over, but out of bounds with it. They get it back over to Williams on the left wing, top of the key. Baisden back to Williams, had a little opening. Instead goes to Thompson, who was open in the corner, and he'll knock down a 3. And a quick timeout here by Coach Watts. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take it as well with 5:58 remaining in the game. Logan leading it by 13 as you're watching Logan and Chapmanville JV basketball with us right here live on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can pay a little less and enjoy the ride a little more. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Out of the timeout, a foul on Chapmanville, which has been a common theme here in the second half. That'll be number 4 now, committed by Thompson, and that'll send Logan back to the free throw line. Chris Kidd with you, with Butch Mounts, our engineer. And Jared Robinette, our camera operator, for this evening's first contest between Logan and Chapmanville. Again, we'll have the varsity game coming up at 7:30 for you as Workman made the first, misses the second, and Thompson able to take the rebound for Chapmanville. Now losing it back, driving layup no good for Workman. Tried to save it inbounds after that, but he was out of bounds, and that'll give it back to Chapmanville. 14-point lead for the Logan Wildcats. Full court pressure, they get it into Butcher. Now over to Baisden as he'll work it up against Hatfield, able to get by him. Baisden dribbles in, kicks it into the corner for Miller, and an offensive foul called on Chapmanville. And Logan has just played tough defense here in the second half to help shut down this Chapmanville club as Logan has held Chapmanville to just 12 second half points. That'll be a 4th foul now on Baisden. He and Thompson both with 4. And now a steal as Williams able to come from behind to poke it away into the hands of Butcher. Here he comes into the front court, drives in right side, and a charge again. As Ilderton was able to stand in and take the charge that time. 5:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Butcher now picking up another foul. That'll be his 3rd. Ilderton on the near side gets it back into the middle. Blankenship able to cross the timeline. Now over to Hatfield. He'll get it to Ilderton. 5:15 to go in the game. Tough grab there, but Blankenship able to make it. Logan trying to play catch out near midcourt here, finding an opening almost that time was Workman. Now into the middle, wide open lane for Browning. Layup though rolls off, but Browning gets the offensive rebound. Circles back out, gets to the top of the key. Workman tried to drive, but had it stripped away by Williams. Now a 3-on-1 momentarily for Chapmanville. Basden fakes a pass, goes up, counted, and the foul. As Ilderton tried to take another charge that time, but instead gets whistled for the block. And Basden with a nice body control layup. And one, as you see it here on our little general store instant replay again, there you see the fake pass, just enough to move Ilderton off his spot momentarily in order to draw that blocking charge or blocking call. As free throw up and good. Basden now into double figures on the evening as he's got 12 points. And the lead is down to 11. So Chapmanville has whittled this lead down just a little bit here, trying to see if they can find a run to make Logan have to sweat it here in the last half of this fourth quarter. Hatfield, though, great drive baseline. He was anticipating the contact, and nobody was home for Chapmanville, and he just threw it off the backboard. Now a chance for Chapmanville as Butcher in the corner. 3 on the way, but short. Rebound loose underneath, able to be controlled by Ilderton. Blankenship thought about trying to unleash up ahead to Workman, but thought better of it with a Chapmanville defender trailing. And now there's a foul out near midcourt on Basden. And I believe that's it for him. That's number 5. And that will be the 5th, so that'll bring in a substitution. It'll be Topping coming back into the game for Chapmanville with 4:13 showing on the game clock. Browning able to sink the first free throw. He's got 4 points now on the night. One of the few Wildcats that hadn't been to the free throw line yet. And 7 Logan players have ventured their way to the free throw line tonight as they have just racked up foul after foul on this Chapmanville club. And most of that coming to Logan's aggressiveness in attacking the rim. And second free throw up and good as well by Browning. On the far side, Miller with the ball, kicks it top of the key. Williams with it, now over to Thompson. He'll kick it back up top. Williams thought about a 3, pass cross court, almost intercepted as it's knocked out of bounds. As Workman able to get into the passing lane. We've hit the midway point now of the fourth quarter. So get it out deep for Miller. Lobs it into the corner. Pass is deflected right back towards Williams. Tried to save it, but it goes right into the hands of Blankenship as he crosses over to the left side. Now back up top. As Browning, tough penetration move that time, gets it to Blankenship. Now into the corner. Workman gets a good look from 3. No good. Rebound tipped into the air. Still tipped, still loose. Finally taken by Logan, and now Browning goes to the ground. Going to get a jump ball, it looks like here. And the possession arrow will stay with Logan with 3:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. And now Basden checks back into the game here. And he had 5 fouls a moment ago. As driving in, layup no good that time for Hatfield, so I don't know if 5 fouls matters or not in JV basketball. It's been a while since we've announced one, but Butcher will drive in, and his layup will go. That'll draw a quick timeout here for Chapmanville with 3:19 remaining, and it'll be a 30-second timeout, it appears. We'll stay here with Logan leading at 49-39, trying to sweep the season series and the JV ranks as well. And Logan's varsity team looking for the season sweep here in less than an hour as they take on the Chapmanville Tigers for the second time in 5 days. Again, both teams ranked in the top 10 in their respective classes. Logan been ranked number 1 or number 2 virtually all year in AAA. Chapmanville has been climbing the ladder slowly but surely in AA as they came in at number 7 this week. And if they can find a way to come out of here with an upset tonight, that would really bolster their resume sheet moving forward, as Chapmanville's only lost to 2 West Virginia opponents all year. Everyone else Chapmanville's lost to has been from out of state. Actually make it 3 opponents, again losing to Logan, Polka, and Scott during that stretch. So the other 5 losses for Chapmanville all came against tough teams from out of state. Sometimes you look at the record and it doesn't always say everything that needs to be said, and that's definitely the case with the Chapmanville Tigers. Tough defensive team, as is Logan. Going to be another fun contest between those two later tonight as we get a charge on the other end. Negates the 3 from Blankenship. And Chapmanville still just kind of lingering around in this game, trailing it by 10 with 3:02 to go. We saw them break down a 10-point lead rather quickly at the end of the second quarter to close it to 4 before halftime. Chapmanville can knock down a couple of threes here. Get a couple of buckets and turnovers real quick. This game far from over. They go inside to Butcher, got good position and turns around and lays it in. Butcher now with 13 points for the game, and the lead is down to single digits at 49-41. Up ahead, though, Workman gets free, drives in, layup rolls off, and Butcher trying to grab the rebound, had it knocked away and out of bounds off of Logan. So again, it looked like Logan was on their way to cruising here to an easy win, leading by 16 at one point here in the fourth quarter. Well, now that lead's been cut in half. And Chapmanville with the ball, trying to apply some more pressure. Baisden takes a 3, online but too strong. Rebound, though, by Chapmanville as Williams gets it. Now Thompson, tough cross-court pass, but able to find his man as Miller with it. Back out top of the key with 2:13 remaining in the game. Now back to Miller, 3 from the right wing, no good. Rebound comes out long into the corner. Thompson able to chase it down, gives Chapmanville a third opportunity. Now they get it back to Thompson. Left corner, back up top for Baisden. Baisden looking near side, able to find Miller. Back out top. Chapmanville rolling through a lot of time here trying to find an opening. They get it down to Butcher. Turnaround shot in the lane, and he connects again. He's got 15 points. He's had 6 in a row here in the fourth quarter. So all of a sudden, 49-43, Logan leads it. As Milderton throws it, and it's knocked away, taken by Miller. Miller one-on-one underneath with Blankenship. Blankenship knocks it away, gives it back underneath, and there's a layup that goes for Butcher, and now a timeout by Coach Watts with 1:31 to play. Well, we mentioned it just a moment ago. Chapmanville was able to eliminate a 10-point lead very quickly in the second quarter, and now a replay of that almost coming here in the late stages of the fourth quarter. Again, it was a 16-point lead for Logan, and now it's down to 4, and they switch it to a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well with 1:31 to play as you're watching JV basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Well, all of a sudden, we have a ball game here in Logan as Chapmanville has cut a 16-point lead down to 4 with 1:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts our engineer, Jared Robinette, our camera operator. As Logan with the ball now. They are in the double bonus, trying to get it in, just barely able to. Now they look deep up ahead, and Thompson knocks it away, stolen back by Chapmanville. Here comes Butcher now. He's had the hot hand here the last few minutes, but he throws it away, trying to find Baisden. Now here comes Blankenship up the left side. Stutter steps, gets in on the left side, and lays it in as he goes to the ground, and one. They call a blocking foul on top of it, and Blankenship will go to the free throw line for a chance to put this back to a 3-possession game as you take a look at it here on our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay. Look at the stutter step there, able to get Thompson to commit out on him and then able to blow by and get the layup to fall. And that's a big free throw if Blankenship's able to get it, and he does get it to rattle home. 52-45 now. Logan leads it as Chapmanville looking to get points in a hurry. Miller could provide it here, in and out on the 3. Thompson, though, strong offensive rebound, goes back up and he puts it in. Thompson now with 5 points, all of those this quarter. 52-47. Into the middle for Maynard and ends up being stripped by Miller. Miller looking around, finds Thompson coming back with 50 seconds left. He stops, tried to line up a 3, but a defender there. Chapmanville needs a bucket on this trip with 43 seconds. Butcher drives in hard on the left side, can't get the layup to fall, and Maynard grabs the rebound for Logan. He's stripped again, though, from behind. Miller, long 2-pointer, and gets it to fall, and another timeout for Chapmanville with 34.3 seconds to go. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside again with Chapmanville now closing to within 3 at 52-49 as you're watching Logan and Chapmanville JV basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
Be strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital. Now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
All of a sudden, Chapmanville only trailing Logan by 3 here in this JV contest. Now 32.8 seconds to go, and Logan will go to the free throw line to try and push this back to a 2-possession lead. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts, our engineer, Jared Robinette, our camera operator for tonight's action. And again, Chapmanville trailed at 47-31 here in the fourth quarter, and they have come roaring back to cut this down to as close as 3 here, but Logan can try and ice the game away at the free throw line here on the next couple of trips. Blankenship, one of the more experienced players on the roster. He's had a big game tonight and a big free throw there. And he had the and one a moment ago that pushed the lead to 7. Now he pushes it back to 4. Blankenship has 11 points on the evening and now make it 12 as he hits both free throws. He's now 4 or 5 from the free throw line. 30 seconds to go, 5-point Logan lead. Baisden coming in strong, spin move into the paint, can't get the layup to fall, rebounded by Blankenship. And actually we're going to get a tie up here, and the possessioner will stay with Chapmanville with 23.9 seconds to go. So a big tie up in order to save the possession. Now Atkins will check back into the game as Tucker Atkins will go to the bench. So they lob it inside for Butcher, kicks it out Williams now to Miller, now over far side for Baisden. Chapmanville trying to get a shot up here. They get it inside, knocked away from Butcher, and great defense by Logan there to waste nearly 8 precious seconds for Chapmanville. So Chapmanville's got to get a shot up and get a shot up in a hurry here. And only 4 team fouls for Logan, so they could commit a couple here in order to waste a little more time as they get it in deep for Miller. Back over to Baisden. He'll heave one up from the near side. No good. Rebound heading out of bounds, and it will get out of bounds, and that should about do it. Again, Chapmanville with a valiant comeback here, trailing by 16 in the fourth quarter, getting it all the way down to 3, but it looks like they're going to run out of time here tonight. As long as Logan doesn't throw the ball away here on the inbounds, they should be in good shape. Again, double bonus for the Wildcats, and now we get a whistle. And it looks like Coach Beto wants to burn a timeout here with 9.2 seconds to go. And Again, just trying to make sure that his team understands the situation. Trying to make sure that they don't make any goofy mistakes down here in the final 10 seconds that would allow Chapmanville to have another opportunity. All you really need at this point is to get the ball inbounds, and that should do it. And only a few more precious opportunities for these JV teams to play again as we are heading towards tournament time. I believe girls tournament action begins next week for a lot of the schools around the area. And then the boys will just be right after that. So I believe later on this week the balloting has to be in for sectional seeding for both sides. So it'll be interesting to see where a lot of these teams end up. You would imagine that Logan, as well as Chapmanville, will probably be the #1 seeds in their sections going into tournament play. Chapmanville hasn't had much of a chance to play against their sectional opponents this year, Liberty, Raleigh, and Wyoming East, because of rescheduling, COVID issues, and all sorts of problems. But Chapmanville has had a strong season. Again, only losing 3 games in state all year. The other 5 losses coming against out-of-state schools, and Logan with only 1 loss all year, that to Poca. So now back to action here with 9.2 seconds left. Ilderton pumping, looking to get it in. Finally gets it in over near side, and Blankenship will be fouled with 7.8 seconds to go. Blankenship back at the free throw line, trying to put this game away for good. He has 12 points on the evening, make it 13 as he hits the first. Second free throw for Blankenship, good as well. 7.8 seconds to go, 7-point Logan lead. Butcher will race across midcourt, fires a pass over to Miller. Now back to Williams with 1 second. Will he get a shot off? I don't think he did, and it rolls off anyway, and that will do it as the Logan JV knocks off the Chapmanville JV 56-49 to sweep the season series for Logan in the JV ranks this season. Let's run through the final scoring with you on both sides. Leading the way and leading all scorers tonight was Butcher with 17 points for Chapmanville. Then you had Basin with 12 points, Miller with 10, Thompson finishing with 5, and Barry finishing with 3, along with Trey Atkins with 2 points as well. On the other end for Logan, they were led by Cole Blankenship with 14 points. Then you have Workman with 10 points, Hatfield and Illerton each with 9 points on the evening, followed by Browning with 5 points, Maynard with 4, Moore with 4, and Julius Clancy finishing with 2 points as well for the Logan Wildcats. Well, again, we are approaching 7 o'clock now here on Video Production, so we are about 10 minutes away from warm-ups between Logan and Chapmanville's varsity, and then at 7:30, it'll be time for the tip-off between the Wildcats and the Tigers. So we're going to step aside for about a 20-minute break, and we'll be back at around 7:20 p.m. with the pregame show between Logan and Chapmanville. So once again, Logan's JV knocks off Chapmanville's JV 56-49 here this evening. We'll see you in about 20 minutes as you've been watching JV basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.